excited. It is IdrA versus Rain Artist. Let's get this game started.
Okay, the countdown has begun. We're going to be launching into game number 1 on Shakura's Plateau. And there's the suspense screen.
Yep, suspense screen is loading, and it is done. It's fast. Here we go. Down at the bottom of the map in the green from the team Evil Geniuses is IdrA.
And his opponent here in the top left-hand corner, Shakura's Plateau, our blue Terran player, that is Rain Artist.
Look at those camera shots. That is so cool, man.
Yeah, it really is.
That. So we've got a cross positions TVZ. Haven't seen a lot of Terrans in this tournament. At least I don't think we've casted a lot of Terrans. There's still quite a few of them around.
We had a lot of them qualify, but not a ton came through the open bracket.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's been a couple Terrans that have kind of been standing out in my mind. One is Artist. The other one that really jumps to mind right away is TSL Alive. That guy, you know, he's got the, he may have like shorter cut pants, but he's got long skill. Put it that way.
You know what?
Awesome.
I hate to harbor on this again, but I think he's a guy who's consistently underrated. He 3-0'd his group here. He's been looking strong already, taking out HeyPro 2-0. So I certainly think he's got what it takes to advance very, very far into the tournament. IdrA, though, I'm curious what he's going to be expecting, because Artist is already showing double barracks up at the front. Of course, that triple bunker block is very, very powerful on this map.
Yeah, well, I have to see what happens here. I mean, Artist, he's got a lot of skills in his bag, but, you know, I mean, things could go either way. It looks like it will be some double 11 racks pressure here, but will the picture that Artist paints be a masterpiece, or is it going to be like kindergarten macaroni art, man? We're going to have to see. This could go either way.
Well, let's hope it's not finger painting, as both racks are up at the moment, and no gas obviously being added to the mix, as he is going to pull a couple of SCVs and try for that triple bunker block. IdrA already has an Overlord hanging above, so we can pick up on this. Spawning pool is being started, but it's still got quite a ways away from finishing.
Well, there go the SCVs right now. Now, this isn't proxy 11 ratch, so it's going to come quite a bit later, obviously. It is cross positions here.
Yeah, but he'll be able to wall off very, very easily if he needs to make this move into a little bit later game.
Yep. So, first 2 Marines are on the way. IdrA starting to do some scouting here. He's going to see the SCV. That's not going to really clue him on to anything per se.
Oh, but he will in a second when he sees SCV number 2.
Yeah, that should let him know right there. And a Marine, his double 11 rack sense should be tingling like crazy right now.
And looks like that drone is going to slip on by his opponent, though. The third SCV, fourth SCV being pulled.
Oh, wow.
And Artist building bunker number 1. A few drones are already pulled off the line, so IdrA trying to defend against this. He's pulling a pretty good amount, actually.
Oh, nice surrounding an SCV like that. He's going to get the second one as well, it looks like.
Yeah, but more Marines are starting to reinforce now. Bunker number 1 is being stopped at the moment. We do have a spine crawler coming up.
Yep, we can see IdrA's trying to defend this right now.
Oh, there's bunker number 2 and bunker number 3.
This is going to be tough for IdrA here. I mean, he didn't pull a lot of drones to handle this. He does already have a couple lings out. The spine crawler is a little over halfway done, and there's not a lot of SCVs really here to build those bunkers, so I feel like IdrA's going to be okay, but certainly his heart rate has to be going crazy right now.
Yeah, it really does. There's the bunker. Oh no, that SCV's trapped on the other side. One of those bunkers is already canceled. That spine crawler moving to the back. Artist already doing a lot of damage to these Marines.
Jumps out of the bunker to try to get some shots off on that spine crawler. That's going to help quite a bit.
And more Marines are being sent up to the mix as well. The second bunker on the left-hand side may very well finish. We have another SCV to start repairing. Actually, both SCVs are.
Yeah, look at that. And you know what? That hatchery is easily close enough to take damage from that. And I think Artist is just going to be able to repair this bunker as much as he wants. Oh, the second spine crawler finishes, though. That is exactly what IdrA needed.
More SCVs? No more SCVs being pulled at the moment. This bunker is going to have to be canceled.
Yep, IdrA's still looking okay, even though his hatchery is at about half health. I think he's going to be just fine.
Oh, and that actually gets killed before the cancel, and Artist is forced to pull away.
Yep, IdrA's moving that spine crawler a little bit better into position. He's still going to be under some pressure. That's still a lot of Marines to deal with. A couple SCVs as well, but they're not quite as scary.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the worker count. 15 workers for Artist and 19 for IdrA at the moment. We do have an expansion coming down for Artist at his natural. Was just started, though.
Oh, Artist sending those SCVs home. They can't really help too much here. And we'll have to see just how much pressure Artist decides to put on IdrA. the nice thing is that it's going to make IdrA build a lot more Zerglings than he really wants to at this point in the game.
You know, IdrA has the perfect amount, though, that he can sit back and drone up off a 2-base for a while. He can sit back, play defensive, just let the Marines come to the spine crawlers and won't really take that much damage. So IdrA playing this very intelligently.
Yep. It's Hatchery slowly healing up.
Third barracks being added to the mechs now for Artis, and he is also double gassing.
Yep. So really, I mean, IdrA handled that beautifully. He really, really did. And Artist also, you know, did a good job of not putting too much pressure on. As you can see, he's moving away with those Marines right now. There's no sense in losing those so early when they can be very useful later. Third
spine crawler being added in now, and Artist may poke up one more time just to try and force some more links out, but I don't think IdrA's going to bite on that.
Pokes at the Overlord there, but it's going to be able to duck onto the high ground very easily. And Artist just going home. Wow, that is good decision making by a Terran player, not to just be like, well, maybe if I just kill the spine crawlers really quick and he didn't make enough Zerglings, maybe I can like kill some drones then. It's like, no, don't do that. Pull back, play safe. Those Marines are going to be more valuable later when they have stim and upgrades. Artist just showing his skills right there.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that basically every game, so it's quite all right.
It's hard to not get. It's hard to keep yourself from being aggressive like that. It really is. Anyone who plays the game can tell you that.
Stim being added to the mix now. Going to be a while before it finishes, but this is actually a pretty scary amount of Marines that are pushing out now. Factory is just about to finish up at the same time, so Artist well on his path to tech. We do have an evolution chamber down for IdrA, but no other tech structures. They're finally layered, just being started.
Yeah, now Artist is just using these Marines to kind of control the center of the map right now. You know, he's taking the Zelnaga towers, moving back, sending a Marine up to that third base location to make sure that IdrA hasn't taken a really quick third or possibly like a hidden third up at the fourth base location. He is just all over the place right now. And IdrA, you know, he's going to have to kind of sit back and play safe for now. He's getting that Baneling nest, he's getting his lair, probably going to be moving into Mutiling. That's kind of his specialty, I feel. And, you know, from there, we'll see if he's going to be able to take that third and beyond bases and kind of continue in this game.
To the third and beyond.
That's right.
Artist, on the other hand, he has, let's see, Stimpak's just about to finish up, finally transferring that starport over to his reactors, so we aren't going to have a bunch of medevacs, just mass Marine medevac for the time being. Artist has pretty darn good control, so if he decides to split a couple of medevacs up, bypass those defenses that IdrA has up at the front, it's not like IdrA has a ton of links on the field, just 10 for the moment.
Yep, could try some MMA style mass Marine medevac dropping. And, you know, the thing is by being on two bases, IdrA is really much safer against something like that, too. You know, he can fend that off and then take a third when he feels comfortable with, basically.
Yeah, and IdrA sent a few Zerglings across the map. This drone was actually coming up to take an expo at the top right-hand corner, but Artist is prepared with that Marine in position.
Yeah, so Artist.
Looks like he's just going to move out across the map as well. IdrA producing 14 links and 4 banelings at the moment, but doesn't have a ton of units ready. We'll see if he's going to have good enough control with these spine crawlers to be able to hold.
Yep. Let's see, only a couple banelings for IdrA as well. Rain Artist does have stim, you know, like we said, so he can micro against it, and this is kind of a dangerous push here for IdrA. Being very, very careful. This is a tense moment here in this game, man.
Artist may very well load up and just start ferrying onto the high ground up here. That base is being started for IdrA once again over in the top right-hand corner, so he's going to be on a third here momentarily. Looks like IdrA was thinking about ducking out there for a second. Not going to commit quite yet, though.
Yeah, wow. I really, really respect that Artist is being so careful in his engagements. It's really, really cool to see from a Terran player, just not going crazy, you know, with Marines and things like that. He does also find IdrA's slightly hidden third base as well, so that's going to be something now that IdrA's going to need to worry about. Yeah, you see immediately Artist sending a medevac full of Marines up to that base here.
And we'll see if IdrA ducks away for a second or if he keeps these in position, because if IdrA sits there for any length of time, this drop going to be shut down pretty quick.
Yeah, you know, I think he probably will. Yeah, he's keeping those Zerglings and Banelings there. He knows that's going to tempt the Artist to try to drop it. And here come the Marines and Banelings, and they are not going to, Marines and Banelings, working together. Oh, friendship is great. Oh, they're not working together now, though. No.
Don't worry about it. I said control with spine crawlers before.
I
so.
know.
And IdrA cleans that up very well.
Yep,
and this Viking actually going to go down as well.
Wow.
All right. So Artist moving out across the map now with a good number of Marines.
Now, both of these guys are just such slow, methodical players, too.
Uh-oh, IdrA's got to watch out. He lost a lot of lings right there.
Yeah.
Not a great engagement.
And those Mutas chasing the Marines as well. Artist running all the way back to his base, joining up with some more Marines.
Yeah, but IdrA threw away a few links there, but he does force Artis all the way back to his base. He's still in a very, very good spot because he's protected the third. He warded away that drop, getting that basically for free.
Yep, and just got roughly a 20 supply lead too, so he's, you know, in a good position. He's taking that fourth at the place where normally his third would be, and these mutas might be able to do some damage in the main base of Artis. Only one turret completed right now. Second one getting very, very close. The turret getting taken up very quickly by EG IdrA. Artis needs to bring the Marines back. Oh man, IdrA's actually causing a lot of trouble with this.
Yeah, supply depot's going down. The armory was destroyed. It was forced to be canceled. The engineering bay has stopped. The second engineering bay has stopped as well.
Yeah, I was kind of looking around the map to see, you know, where Artis was. I was like, is he dropping somewhere else? But no, you know, he just kind of let IdrA come in there and do that. Oh, he canceled his other engineering bay as well.
Interesting.
Huh.
And just finish it up.
Yeah, by Artis there.
He is, especially because he just immediately restarted another armory. Huh.
All right. Well.
Oh wait, no, he already had another engineering bay constructing. So there we go.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's good to have those two engineering bays for the upgrades too. I didn't really need it. IdrA's still poking in, trying to do some damage here. With the mutas up at the main base of Artis.
And those Marines are already on +1 weapons, +1 armor on the way as well. IdrA has a pretty scary force in the middle of the map, though. He's got level 2 weapons and level 1 armor on the way. Artis is going to lose this Marine here in the middle.
Oh, siege tanks are there, and IdrA's going for it. Oh, no, he's not going for it. He's turning around to the last second, going instead for this pocket base, but there are plenty of turrets there, plenty of Marines in position. Nice little defensive area set up there by Rain Artis to keep that pocket base safe. It does not, however, keep his base terribly safe from these mutas here.
No, not at all. There are, let's see here, just one missile turret still here in the mineral line.
Yeah,
that does not bode well for Artis.
He's just got enough mutas, man.
Yeah, he's going to lose. Okay, there we go. Another missile turret comes up, but a couple of medevacs did die along with a few Marines.
It's like, where did that missile turret come from? It just was built on the bodies of dead SCVs or something. Oh. Wow.
IdrA driven away, but the engineering bay goes down.
Man, that upgrade will not complete. IdrA doing such a good job of keeping his opponent's units on low upgrades. Still just 1 or 0 armor, 1 attack for Rain Artis.
And Artis does have 3 base economy up, though, so he's doing fine in that regard. Actually, look at the economy tab, shows that he is up at the moment. Looks like he was saving a few mules to spam them down on the fresh mineral patches all at once, and he's going to his 4th. So he's certainly doing very, very good in that regard. However, IdrA's economy has basically gone unchecked as well, and he's about ready to max himself out.
Now, IdrA's getting very close to that critical mass of mutas. Oh, welcome to the base, Zerglings. We're glad you could make it. Some stop position micro, killing off some SCVs while mutas try to pressure from the main.
And Artis needs to move those Marines up and kill those. Okay, there we go. Now they finally go down.
One Marine was like, bet you I can kill all those Zerglings. The other ones just stood there like, I bet you can't. Go for it. He tried, but a lot of SCVs were like, we'd really prefer that you didn't let us die, actually. Yeah.
They made an organized written protest to the Marines. But IdrA has a good number of lings up patrolling the map, checking for any further expansions. That Mutilous flock just continues to increase in size, up to 22 at the moment.
More Zerglings running right into the main of Rain Artis.
Oh, wow. Artis will have a few Marines in position, though, hopefully this time.
Yeah. All right, this time the Marines a little bit more dutiful in killing off those Zerglings before too many SCVs died as well. But, you know, IdrA's just getting a lot of great information about the base of Rain Artis. Anything his mutas didn't see, the Zerglings obviously did. So there is no mystery right now from IdrA at all.
Drop gets picked off right away from IdrA. He's going to go ahead and regather those mutas and start pushing out. However, Artis has quite a number of siege tanks, and he's starting to force his will on IdrA's side of the map.
This is a scary force that's come across the map from Rain Artis. Good amount of siege tanks here. Oh, but not when you leave them vulnerable to mutas.
Oh, 3 siege tanks go down right away. That significantly weakens Artis' position. He knows it. He has to back up.
Spilled the paint on that one, man. That was a mess.
We do have Greater Spire being added to the mix as well. A lot more. Oh, wait, actually, there's a drop over at the top right-hand corner. Taking a look at the units tab, both players are even on workers at the moment.
Killed a couple drones, but not a whole lot. IdrA did clean that up very, very quickly here. IdrA's just been in control of this game from, you know, second one, I feel like. I mean, Rain Artis is playing really well. He's doing the best he can. But, you know, it's IdrA who's really getting all the little wins, doing all the good harassment.
And IdrA has map control. He's dictating the pace of the game at the moment.
Yeah.
He's teching at exactly the appropriate times. This is almost like flashback IdrA here, as games we used to see. Really, I mean, this feels like a game we used to see 6 or 7 months ago when he knew he macroed like a boss. He knew exactly when to move out, exactly when to strike.
Zerglings running into the natural. Can you believe this?
Yeah, more SCVs are going to fall. Taking a look at the workers killed. He got another 4 kills there. Very nice.
Man. Zerglings, they're just, the security at the Terran base is a little bit suspect of this game. I mean, those Zerglings are just walking right in there.
22 mutas about to make their way into the main once again. There's a missile turret up, but that's it. And one supply depot falls.
Yeah, I mean, with where all those supply depots are, IdrA can just come in there anytime he wants, kill some supply depots, really cost Artist a lot in terms of replacing those, in terms of getting supply blocked. Both of these guys are getting fairly close to max. So, well, Artist is about 40 food away, but you know, it's getting to that point here where killing supply depots is really helpful. Yeah,
but Artist's economy is quite good at the moment. He is mining at a greater rate than his opponent, and he has just the perfect amount of gas to support the unit composition that he has up and running. But there are Broodlords in the mix, and how many Vikings does he have out? Just 2.
He's making 3 at a time, though, so he's got a good chance to make what he needs to take this stuff down.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I mean, only 1 Thor out right now for Artist.
2 more being produced at the same time, but now this base is coming under siege. Artist is going to have to react to this.
Yep. Here come the Vikings to rain. Artist, only 2 of them right now. The mutas need to defend. IdrA needs to be so careful not to get those mutas clumped up. Nice fungal on those Vikings, but the Broodlords need to make a run for it. Another great fungal for IdrA.
He cleans up most of those Vikings, leaving those Marines and tanks very exposed.
Kept them out of range of the Thor as well, so wow. Just a great little engagement from IdrA.
And let's see here. It looks like Artist is going to be able to establish his 5th down at the bottom left-hand corner. IdrA have been on 5 bases this entire time. And look how many resources he has banked.
You know
4,400, 1,300.
I was just about to say, you know, with the few amount of Broodlords IdrA's making, I bet he's planning on trying to force a lot of Vikings and switch to Ultras, and there is an Ultraless Cavern on the production queue. IdrA is so smart, man.
Fungals holding those units at bay, forcing Artist through a tiny little choke point where the Fungals will actually do the maximum amount of damage. Great job, catches 6 Vikings. Those Vikings are going to fall in just a second, and kaboom.
IdrA, he is just in control. He might have to change his ID and steal it from that other guy.
I wonder if anyone else has that ID. Anyway, so IdrA going to make his way in. There are tanks sieged up, so they're actually doing splash damage to their own Marines. One of the Broodlords may fall. Yeah, it does, but the Flock of Mutas comes in, chases the Vikings away.
Yeah. The Flock of Mutas, that was a popular band for the Terran army in the 80s, I heard. Yeah.
Anyway. I'm not going to sing 80s music on stage. I'm not even going to start. We're not even going to go down that path. That's a bad road.
That's fine with me. That's
Many
fine with
bad
me.
memories
Carry
there.
on.
Anyway, so here we go. IdrA going to make his way in, and Artist has another base undefended at the moment.
Wow.
Like you, I keep trying to scan the map, checking for drops to see if Artist is anywhere else.
He's not doing it. He's not doing any sort of drops. He's trying to play this big, heavy army TVZ style, but it's just so difficult to make that work against a Zerg like IdrA, a really good macro Zerg that's going to take so many bases. I don't know, man. I mean, he's investing a lot into these swords and Vikings too. He's just not being able to do a lot of harassment to IdrA.
We'll see if he's able to engage his force favorably straight up. We do have Ultras being added in. When I mean Ultras, I mean 1 Ultra at the moment.
Yeah.
Lone Ultra.
Ultraless Glover out there in the audience.
And we'll see some more here in a bit. Chitinous plating is just about to finish up. We do have that Flock of Mutas running down to the bottom left. A few Banelings in there as well to prevent any units from trying to make their way over. Will be a clever Baneling bomb.
Oh,
yes, indeed. Oh, big fight in the middle, though, as Artist was sieged up. The Banelings are making their way back out. They kill a ton of units from Artist. The Fungals going down on top of the Vikings. Most of those are going to die.
The Vikings are all 1 fungal away. Here come the Mutas. Can he magic box them all? Oh, they're so clumped up. Man, those Vikings are all such low health.
Look, IdrA producing 11 Ultralisks at a time.
Vikings aren't too good against those.
No, remaxing entirely on Ultralisks. And he did take out that base down at the bottom left.
That is a perfect switch to do. I was so excited when I saw in the last patch.
Banelings! Hey, get a few SCV kills there.
Yep. I was so excited to see that Ultras were going to build faster, because I think they were a really underused unit up until then.
Yeah, definitely. And Artis is going to position himself out in the middle of the map, and that, like you mentioned, is a scary amount of Vikings to kill. Well, basically nothing. There's a few Broodlords up, but here come the Ultralisks.
Here he goes. Is it going to be enough? That's a lot of Ultras for IdrA. Here come the Muse. Oh, getting a little bit clumped up with those Thors, but I think he's got enough Ultras to handle this. He does indeed.
Artis down to less than 130 supply, and IdrA just advancing forward. He is going to take out this orbital command here. This third is going to fall.
Yep, that third base is going to get annihilated. Well, unless it lifts, and then it's going to be okay for a little while. 2 command centers that are probably planning on being planetary defenses in the middle of the map there, and the Marines doing pretty well against those Ultras, actually.
Yeah, actually, he forced all those Ultralisks through a tiny little choke point right there, but there's so many units on the field right now for IdrA.
It doesn't help against those Broodlords, does it?
Yeah, it really doesn't. Yep. And IdrA already remaxing off of 8 Ultras, multiple Lings, and Infestors at the same time.
Yep, he's got to be careful with these Broodlords, though. The Marines could do some damage. He does have some Infestors there now.
Yeah.
More Ultras coming in. They're just the funniest looking unit. GG!
And there it is! And IdrA has taken game number 1 in this best of 3.
IdrA, man. It looked like he had Rain Artis on puppet strings there. It's like